Action.
Hi guys, it's Janelle here, and tonight I'm interviewing Hector Espinosa, wondering about the essence of his work. Here it goes.
Go.
So what exactly is it that you do?
Although the title is Psychic Medium, to many people are many things, and the least of which is a psychic medium. I'm a counselor, I'm a life coach, I'm an advisor, I'm a friend. I give guidance.
You give guidance to different types of people or a certain type of people?
When I started doing this, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know the type of people that would be interested, but I have everything from judges, attorneys, doctors, bus drivers, checkout girl, pharmacist, I have a senator, I have a congressman, politicians, I have people that make decisions in the millions daily that, depending on what I suggest, is how they make their investments. So the variety of people, housewives, romance, you name it, in the last 12 years or so, I've done it.
So what type of questions or problems do they come to you to ask you, or what do they look for when they come for your guidance?
A lot of basic types. Employment, health, love. Of course, there's a lot of variety, but those are the three basic ones.
Okay. Would you consider this a gift?
Yes.
Why?
I make a difference. I help a lot of people. Everybody likes me. Really, we're all looking for acceptance. So when I help you, I make a new friend. You, in turn, are going to recommend me to other people. If you go to my website, you'll see tons of testimonials. I don't ever advertise, although I've been on the radio, on television. I've written a book. I've grown through referrals. Right now I'm in 17 states in about 8 different countries. Furthest away is Australia. I have 18 clients there.
Wow.
The Hamptons, in Southampton in particular, I have over 240, 50 clients there.
Wow. And you said you've written a book. What is your book about?
No, I have a copy here. Life and Beyond. The biggest question people have is there really anything else out there? A lot of people want to know why they feel things, why they get the goosebumps, why things happen, why they feel like there's someone looking. More likely there probably was someone looking, just not in the material sense. So in my book I teach you how to develop, how to understand some of the signs, how to live a more productive, more spiritual life.
Can you give us an example of your most memorable experience with a client?
That's a tough one, because in every field there is something memorable. I would say that 80% of my clientele is women and 20% male. A lot of people ask me why. I say, well, if you look at society, forget what I do, who's more curious about most things?
Women.
I fall into the same category, curiosity. So even the ones that use me for specific reasons, women are always want to know more. As far as, I can give you a couple of examples of interesting ones, but I couldn't really single out one that was the most, because a lot of them are impactful. To me, because I see the difference, to the people, because I make a difference. I'll give you one that I guess we briefly covered before. I had a lady come by this weekend. Been my client over 10 years. Both parents have been deceased. I never met them, they never came through, as the message goes. And on this day, both parents came through. The mother with specific information that only the daughter would have known, and very emotional ones, letting her know how proud she was that she is a better mother than the mother had ever been, asking for forgiveness for having left her alone so often, the father showing his mental schizophrenia, explaining who he was and what he did, but more importantly, reminding her how he always told her that he wanted to be a doctor, to help himself better. Although the mother told her that she was a school teacher, she had always wanted something else. And I mean, a lot of intimate stuff came through, a lot of tears. So it was very good, very rewarding for her and for me, because after 10 years, I'm glad somebody came through from the other side for this woman.
Of course. Now, you make a great difference in people's lives. Would you agree to this question? Do your clients make a great impact on your life? What do you learn from your experience with your clients?
That we're all pretty similar. We are all looking for acceptance. We're all looking for love. We're all looking for stability. And unless you're lacking it, you don't know this, but we're all looking to be healthy.
We're all looking to be healthy. Okay. Now, you mentioned psychic medium. Exactly what is a psychic medium to those of us that don't know?
Okay. A psychic can see past, present, and future. A medium can communicate with the other side, with spirits.
So okay, so you're a messenger.
Messenger. I pass along the messages. And with these characteristics, each one of us is different. I'm sure you've seen on TV where a psychic finds a lost person, lost things, a dead body. I specialize more on the everyday. I talk about health, wealth, happiness, messages from the other side. I forecast possibilities, the most important ones to the person, so that they can either continue on their path or go to the left and right and avoid certain pitfalls.
What is the left and right?
Well, I have a philosophy. Life is 90 degrees. If you're on the left of that 90 degrees, nothing goes right. Nothing. If you're on the right, you walk on water, as the saying goes. Most of us are in the middle. When you go too much to the left, you come to a person like me, and depending on how far to the right I move you, they say it's a miracle. There is no such thing. It's still working within the framework of that person's life. Mm-hmm. If you're not meant to win the lottery, I can't change that. If you have a $20,000, $30,000 job a year, but you're worth and capable of making 60, I can move you. As a matter of fact, I have a client that's been my client 7 years. When I started with her, she was a therapist. She worked with abused children in court. I mean, lovely woman, but it took a beating. She was young, single, seeing all these horrible things, making $40,000 a year. I said, look, let's work on shifting this. She was very much about people, so the shift had to be within help for her. Within a year, she got a job working $90,000 a year, wow, heading a non-for-profit organization. She's had meetings with the mayor. She travels all over the country. Her life has taken a shift, definitely in a positive. And it's a non-for-profit. Obviously, by default, they help people. So she's still within the framework of making a difference, which is the type of woman she is.
When would you say that this journey of yours began?
Well, before I started this, I was a teacher at a college. And I started hearing voices. Of course, I wasn't a believer. I said, oh my goodness, I'm having a mental breakdown. I need to go on Prozac or something else. But after a few weeks, I realized that the things they told me actually happened. So I was like, wow, let me explore this. I couldn't tell my parents, my family, no one. Because no one in my family had anything to do with this. So what did we do? I started looking into it. And there was one particular example that I use in my book, but I'll tell you. I saw a little dog, one of those little skinny Mexican-looking dogs. And I said, wow, it reminded me of my friend Jerry. I hadn't seen Jerry for over 12 years. That was his dad's dog.
Wow.
Dad's dead, dog is obviously dead. So I said, well, if this is how this works, I should hear from Jerry or something about Jerry. I love going to the matinee. So I was on my way to the movies, got in, bought the ticket, I was in the popcorn lane. I looked to the left, and guess who was there? Jerry. And my messages started coming in like that, through examples, through memories. I have a friend named Elsa. Whenever I'm reading someone, they show me her, that person could have diabetes or will have diabetes. So the message is caution. So they give me examples through things that I'm familiar with.
Okay. Now, there should be advantages and disadvantages in your career because you consider this a career.
Yes.
What are some disadvantages?
No one wants to know everything. So I've learned to tune out. If I am not working, in other words, I'm not reading someone, I'm off. Just like you and me, just like everybody else. We're just talking. I don't see anything. I don't read anyone unless they come to me and ask for it. They want to book an appointment. I'm very organized. They go online, they make their payment, they call me a schedule. And that's another thing. All my readings I do online. I don't have to see people. They make a phone call and I do the reading over the phone. As I said, I'm in so many countries and so many states, it's impossible for all these people to come see me. But I do want to get to everyone, so I've developed the ability to do it over the phone. How
can you connect with somebody if you don't have that physical connection, if you don't see them? Like you and I are here together, how can you get in connection?
How does the phone work? Electricity. The key to this is electricity. It's all energy. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical, physical, whatever it is energy. As long as I can tap into that energy, I can navigate. I do cleansings remotely where a person will email me or fax me their picture, their information, and through that picture, I do what I need to do with energy to help the person.
What are some advantages?
Every time I help someone, I'm blessed. Every time I make a positive difference in someone's life, I feel good. I made a new friend. Everybody likes me. It's a great advantage.
And you keep connections.
Yes.
What would be the biggest message that you would want somebody to learn from you or somebody to learn from this experience? What would you want someone, when they leave you, what do you want to leave them with?
That there is more than just this. The meat and bones that we are is nothing but a temporary, very brief existence for an otherwise eternal soul. Our soul continues into other lifetimes, into more knowledge. It never ends. Every lifetime we live here, we learn, we expand our knowledge, not only to the physical lifetime, but to the spiritual lifetime.
And my last question is, how would you recommend somebody to live a better life? What is your definition of living a better life or a good life?
Do what makes you happy. And don't do anything to someone you wouldn't like them to do to you. People can put things on paper, but you cross all that out. I don't want someone to hurt me, don't hurt them. That's the best and simplest life.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you everybody for watching, and this has been Janel with Hector Espinosa. Yes. Thank you. That was awesome.
You liked it?
I loved it.
Good.
Let me stop it. Wait.